So we have this new Legend Rising banner here for obviously the new Piccolo, which the banner doesn't look that good, to be honest. I did sort of expect this with these sort of Legend banners being basically an Ultra Banner 2.0. But we'll have a look into it anyway, right? So obviously feature characters, I don't know what's downloading, I did this last night. But yeah, we've got Piccolo here. Obviously Piccolo, I don't know, I've seen a few mixed reviews about him. A few people really like him, a few people don't. I guess the big key thing to look at, which I'm not sure I was going to show here, it might somewhere, I don't know where it is exactly, but basically with this Piccolo, with any revive character, so I think they showed with the new, well not new, but the blue Gohan we got, the revived Gohan. When Gohan revives, if versing Piccolo, I think he only heals back up to 28% HP, which I think he usually goes up to 70%. So obviously, taking 50%, HP recovery is such a huge thing, in a fight. So I think this Piccolo is incredible for that. But I have seen a few people say he's not really quite good in PvP and stuff like that. Like he's a bit, not glass cannon, but he's not quite as strong as people hoped, which I guess that's why they made him so overpowered in terms of ability wise, but then maybe strength wise he's not the best. But I still think he's a good unit. Nonetheless, like I said, with that ability, it does make him very beneficial to the game. So, we've got the supporters here. I'm not sure if we're going to quite include this in the terms of summoner skip part. I guess we could, because they did increase the rate, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a quick look. So, we're going to drop this rate. So, supporters 3.6, which is like definitely very high. I did a few summons for Piccolo, obviously, and I only got a few of them, so I don't think it's that big of big of a difference. But I mean, I could have got unlucky as well. Demon King Piccolo here as well. I guess that's okay. Like, he hasn't been on many banners, so I guess that's a good thing to look at in terms of if you haven't got him. Shenron, he's been on a few banners, so most likely everyone has him. He's not good anyway. Baby can be okay after his Zenkai. He's obviously fallen off a bit now because he's not old, but I guess he's slowly getting older. And then this Piccolo, yeah. So I'm assuming next week we're gonna get a Zenkai, but usually on the banners they typically show who the unit's gonna be. Well, hint. So it's not gonna be Baby because obviously he's got one. Piccolo's got one. I guess I could give it to Shenron, but even then, I don't see that happening. Or this Piccolo. This Piccolo is still fairly new in terms of like getting a Zenkai wise. So I don't think he's quite getting one yet. So let's say none of these units here do get a Zenkai. Or a new Zenkai, I should say. I still don't think it's worth it. Because if you don't get Piccolo, which, yeah, like I said, I'm not sure exactly where I'd place Piccolo. Maybe top 5, but I want to wait a little bit more before I fully judge. So, if you don't get Piccolo, and let's say you get Demon King Piccolo, right? Are you going to be happy with that pull? Maybe if you don't have him, or you need to do to him. Like, I was happy I got him 14 side finally, but other than that, is he going to help out in PvP? Probably not. And Mega Shenron? Probably not going to help either. Baby could help in PvP, but not like a huge difference. It's like, oh my god, I finally got him, sort of thing. Then this Piccolo, they're going to have to give him a really busted equipment to make him good again, but I doubt it, right? So, in terms of whether I recommend to summon or skip, I would personally recommend to skip this banner and summon for this Vegito instead. So, if you have Vegito and you don't want to go for more copies and you do want Piccolo, then go for Piccolo. But I think Vegito is probably still better than Piccolo, maybe, but it's still early to fully judge, I would say. But Vegeta obviously has a lot more teams he can be on that can be helpful. Like, Fusion will probably get buffs, obviously, throughout the year anyway, so Vegeta will still be, pretty good for a while, I'd say. Piccolo, it's hard to say how good he's going to be in terms of the future. Just because with his teams, he's not really on many teams. I mean, obviously, Regen can get a lot of buffs. Super Warriors, we know that's not going to happen. Namekian, probably not. Emerging, maybe. So, unless you get a lot of Regen characters, then obviously he'll be good for a while. But, obviously with Vegito, they have, he has more of a chance of being good for the longer run, if that makes sense. So I'd probably recommend going for Vegito first and then Piccolo. But even if you skip Piccolo, I don't think Piccolo is that big of a deal if you have him or not. Because by the looks that they are, you know, these Legend units are just going to be LF units. It's just, they're just revamped LFs basically. So most likely in the next 2 weeks we'll see another Legend unit, which probably be better than Piccolo maybe, but we'll have to wait and see for that. But this banner will be up for a while anyway, and this banner will go away when the next Legend drops. Which I'm pretty happy with that actually. If they last this long, that's pretty good actually. So probably what, the 25th? Yeah, 25th we could get the new Legend unit. There's another banner as well, so there is this one. So I thought I'd include this one here as well. It's probably going to be a skip as well, but we'll have a look anyway. So 10 sparkings guaranteed. Anything else you'd look at? 12 days left as well for this one. So let's have a look at the feature characters. So we've got Goku and Vegeta, which obviously still a fairly new unit. They're good still. Yeah, they can be very helpful still. This Goku, yet again, can be good. Piccolo, obviously, if you have his equipment, yet again, can be good. Yeah, don't need to talk. Okay, is this where we get into the funny part? Okay, so it looks good. Like, this is a good start here, and then it just gets laughable. This is just. I mean, it's a good bait banner. I'll give that to Legends, because if you're trying to get one of these units, and all of a sudden, oh, you're gonna get Bardock. Are you gonna be happy with that? I don't think so. Were they featured from the finals? I'm assuming they're just being like the. I didn't watch the whole series because it was at a weird time for me. I couldn't quite watch it. But they're probably going to be for like Zenkai buffs anyway, or like bench units. So I don't think. Like, yet again, these are old units, so you're mostly going to have all these. Goku, Vegeta, and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, probably not. But like, is it worth wasting your CC on this banner? So Tamagami number 3 is on here, which he can obviously be okay for Daima, but same thing, he's going to be on a lot of other banners. Actually, are they... Let me check this one real quick. Okay, so they're different unfeatured sparkings. Oh no, so Tamagami is there, okay. Yeah, so that doesn't really... if I had to compare these two banners, I'd actually probably prefer the Piccolo banner. Because Piccolo probably will have... I mean, yeah, he's probably going to be better than these units anyway. So I'd probably go for Piccolo instead. But like I said, try and go for Vegito first. But I don't see real intention of something on this banner. It's not worth it at all. I guess before we wrap up the video, I can quickly talk about the Ultra banners. I'm just going to quickly go over them. It's not going to be real in-depth. Basically, with Ultra banners, the reason I don't like them is purely because there's no pity, for one. Well, not in these rerun banners anyway. And two, usually the feature characters are pretty trash. So Cell, obviously mid. You know, like, do I really have to explain why I don't like it? Gohan's banner I guess we'll look at as well. You know, Beast Gohan probably is going to get a Zenkai this year, I would say. Which is scary to think of, because they're probably going to make him absolutely insane, which is a bit scary, but... And the rest, I mean, this Gohan can be good still, but... You can see what I'm talking about, right? It's just not worth wasting your CC for that. Is that all the reruns? Yeah. So, yeah, if you do have CC and you do want to summon, I'd probably recommend going for Vegito first. If you do have him and you don't want to go for more copies, then probably Piccolo is your next best bet. Plus, you get supporters here as well, which, like I said, actually I can check. So I did about, I think it was just under 30k CC. Where's my supporter list here? So level 6, I got Hercule, and then level 9 Gohan. So it's not worth it. As you can see, this is, I'm not even bothered getting these supporters done. To me, it's a waste of CC. But I guess that'll be a different video anyway. But that's just to sort of show why I don't think supporters are that big of a deal showing off. Because what I would do for Legends, which I was going to say for another video, I'll just quickly explain it anyway. hero units should be... Actually, that's not the one I've gone. So, I'd get rid of the hero units and just keep supporters and put supporters up to 50%. It sounds stupid, or at least have it at like 35% supporters at least. It does sound stupid, but the amount of copies you need to get these supporters to max level is ridiculous, right? So obviously making more supporters, you know, more easily obtainable is going to make the grind a lot easier. But this is, I'm going to show you why I really don't like it. So remember, Legends drops a lot of banners, right? So 300cc they want you to waste to get copies of a supporter. Just, yeah, you can sort of see what I'm talking about here. It's just ridiculous wasting CC for them. Yes, supporters are good. I'm not saying they're not. But wasting your CC for this when you could summon instead and get more value from summoning. Yeah, you can sort of see why I think it's a really stupid idea. My personal opinion, add them on the event shop here, the free one. So, actually just go to lineup shop info here. So, I would add them here. Or add another section and add them... Like, have this one for the event one. And then have like a free supporter version. And then do it that way. But, Legends is a gacha game, so I don't think they're going to do that. But, that's how I'd solve that anyway. But, yeah, that's probably going to be it for today's video, I reckon. Like I said, these banners for these Legends ones, I'm not too happy with in terms of, you know, the structure of them now. I guess is the right word, because normal LF banners were definitely a lot better with the exchange shop in terms of like the pity coins and stuff like that. But now we don't have pity coins, so it does make these Legends banners a bit harder to recommend a summon on. But like I said, I'd recommend going for Vegito first and then Pro Piccolo. But anyway, if you guys, you know, obviously did summon, let me know, you know, let me know how you guys went. If you got really lucky, you got shafted, stuff like that. And if you guys like this video and you want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you as a win the next one.